Hello everyone. If you have watched any of my previous videos, great. If not, welcome. My name's Macy, and in this week's video, I will talk about an awesome and a poor customer experience, immediate service recovery, and what to do to prevent incidents like the one I will describe. An awesome customer experience that I have experienced and went through was at a store called Journeys. I went through looking in at shoes and wasn't really sure what I was looking for, but I knew I wanted a pair of shoes. So if you've ever been to Journeys, you know that they like to have their workers out on the floor to help the customers that come in. And since they stay out on the floor, they obviously had approached me and asked me if I was looking for anything specific, but I told them I was unsure. But I knew that I was picking up some shoes, and a lady worker asked me if I needed a size from the back when I was picking up some shoes. I told her yes, and she ran back to the back room 1, 2, or 3 times to get me different sizes because my foot varies depending on the type of shoe. But right after finding out the right size, I needed to check out, but also exchange a shoe that I had received for Christmas for a different size. So the lady went back to the back room and tried to find me my size, but unfortunately they didn't have it. So what she did instead was she proceeded to look on their online website and to see if my shoe size was on their site or available, and they did indeed have it. So the lady then asked me if I wanted to order my shoe online right now or wait. And I told her, yeah, I wanted to order it, and that was fine. And then next, the lady had added in my address because it had changed, so she had to change it. So she added in my new address and my new shoe size and prepared the paperwork for shipment. Lastly, the sweet lady checked me out and completed my order of new shoes off their shelf and new shoes from online that I needed a new size in, the ones that I got for Christmas. The lady didn't give off one complaint. She used manners and even had conversation with me that had nothing to do with shoes. She asked me if I was looking for a job as well because they were hiring. So I really do like how she engaged with me as a customer, and I think this is a good customer experience, and you should go to Journeys because they have great shoes. What I would do to promote this culture is give the worker at Journeys and Journeys a good review and make it clear that I was very thankful for what she had done for me and all the troubles that I had caused her that she didn't have an issue with, and I would recommend people to go to Journeys and, check out with her. A poor customer, before I move on to the poor customer experience, the attitude with the lady at Journeys, the attitude that she had kept up with throughout the conversation and the service she was providing me was positive, and I think that it kept me in a better mood towards her as well. So that's why in this week's module in my paper, I believe that internal customer happiness can also affect external customer happiness. So now we're going to talk about a poor customer experience. A poor customer experience is when me and my family had went out to eat to this restaurant. It was actually in Richmond, Kentucky. It's right across the street from EKU, and it's called Sidelines, but it is now renamed to Cooper's. I had ordered a chicken. We dined in, and it was me and 4 or 5 other family members. They were coming to visit me at school. I had ordered a chicken sandwich with broccoli and fries. My parents ordered burgers with fries. My brother ordered pizza, and my sister ordered a salad and soup. So to me, these seem like pretty basic orders, and I feel like these are pretty basic orders that I wouldn't seem that the cook would have too much trouble with making. But since I'm not a cook, I wouldn't understand the full process on how things work in the kitchen there at Sidelines, or now you could say Cooper's. So after putting in our order, they didn't have our food out for an exact hour. It was an exact hour. We waited after we had put our meal in for an hour. And when our food did come out, only a couple people's food came out. So my food came out, and my parents' burgers came out, and my sister's salad. So not her soup or my brother's pizza or the appetizer my parents had also ordered, which appetizers come before dinner, and we didn't get that. So as our food slowly starts to come out, we never received our pizza that my brother had ordered. Pizza's like the easiest thing to cook, in my opinion. I just think that you can just toss it in the oven and it's all fine. But apparently not. Pizza obviously was the most difficult thing for them to cook. So we called for the manager over, and they didn't have the manager in, so the waiter said she would be right back and she would make a phone call to the manager. So she called the manager, and she came back to us and told us that we could get a discount, or we couldn't get a discount, but we could get our meal for free. Or no, I'm sorry. At first she told us that we couldn't get a discount. She moved on, proceeded to the next table, whatever. She came back after we had complained some more and said that we could get our meal for free. So we were like, okay, that's fine. Don't even worry about our pizza because everyone's already ate, and So then she had walked away and came back again and said that she had talked to the manager on the phone and we weren't allowed to have our meal for free. And that's when my mom and my dad had threw a big fit, because once you already tell someone they can get something for free, especially when it's a customer in your company, you can't really take that back, and they can use that against you since you verbally said it to them. So instead of paying for our meal, I'm embarrassed to say this, but my mom and us proceeded to stand up and leave the restaurant and did not pay for our meal. We have not been back to Sidelines. They were awful. So in this situation, to provide immediate service recovery, I would offer, if I was the waiter or the manager in the restaurant, I would offer the customers a gift card to the restaurant, offer their meals for free, a discount on this meal and the next, or a free meal now and a discount on the next meal, or even, like making them first class and treating them like they're princes and princesses, whatever. So to prevent incidents like this one I was describing from happening again, I would make sure people's food is correct before I carry it out to their tables, and if I make a mistake as a waitress, then I'll deal with the consequences, but I have to do what I can for now. I would hire more cooks, because what if it was a busy day and the kitchen was moving slower because of how busy they were. So I would try to hire more cooks, and I would also hire training upon hire, or even like a training session after 6 months of being in the same workplace, like to refresh your memory. I would just do the training so that way they are prepared for any chaos or commotion that comes their way during that company while they're working. And honestly, I think that, as I said before, if you have a happy internal customer, then you'll have a happy external customer. So your attitude as a worker really, really shows when it comes to the emotions of your customer. So if you're gonna have if you're having a bad day and you have a bad attitude, your customer's probably gonna have a bad attitude back with you. So what I would recommend is, no matter what you're going through, put a smile on your face for just your shift and move on about your day. That way you can improve your customer satisfaction and your job performance. Thank you.